In today's chart of the day, I'm revisiting Moderna to see how the effect of the new variant strain of COVID, Omicron, has impacted the price of the stock. Has it given it that boost like the first round of COVID did, or has it done something completely else? Well, I'm going to have a look at that stock price, see where it could be heading next, and dig into the technical analysis a bit deeper. Hello, I'm Stephen Ho, trader and founder of TheStopHunter. So before we can carry on, a risk warning for you to pay close attention to. The content in this video is not investment advice, so please seek the advice, help of financial professionals or financial advisors before investing and trading. And trading and investing involves a high degree of risk and your money is at risk, so be very careful. So with that out the way, let's get on with the analysis. You may very well have expected to see the Moderna stock price shooting up after all the global news, stress, worry, commotion about the new Omicron strain of COVID, putting us all back into lockdown, impacting business, etc., etc. But actually, the price has fallen off. So maybe the market is pricing in that it believes that maybe this Omicron virus strain isn't as serious as is being made out, or maybe Moderna have other issues at play bringing the price down. But as you can see from the weekly line chart, I've drawn that trend line, that red trend line on there. Actually, the price has just really come back to its longer term trend from the growth we've seen since the rise of the pandemic. It was just doing exceptionally well, creating an outlier of a stock price up to highs of over $450, and now back down to the 240 sort of 250 area. And in terms of volume, got the profile there on the side, you can see most of the action happening in around 150 to $0, and not much volume really at those highs. So at the moment it's a big pullback back to its sort of mean trend price, and in the short term it's a bit more bearish. Remember that the 4-line breakout chart that I use, and remember I use the 4 line with a 2-bar aggressive entry, and then show you the 4-4 approach, gives you those faster reversals into the price. Now Moderna had been sort of coming back on itself with you can see a couple of black bars there going up, so we're looking for bearish reversals, and it's in play at the moment. And because it's such a short uptrend, we've only got one more aggressive target to the downside on the daily chart there on the left at $229.50. And if you want even faster entries, you adjust the time frames, and we can see on the right hand side that our more aggressive entry is already gone at 330 to the downside. The next entry is the 4-4 entry at $214.25, but in the short term we're seeing in play at the moment a bearish reversal. The daily Heikin-Ashi chart in the short term is all looking a bit bearish. Our signals down the bottom both bearish, volatility up to just coming back from highs of over 140%, around the longer term average of 120% per annum. Volume though trading under its longer term moving average but negative. And if we head up onto the price, we can see that pullback in the price to the mean of the 2 standard deviation regression bands, the light pink and light blue shaded area. That's what we're talking about in that 4-line break chart. And then the current sell-off down over the last couple of weeks, and it's broken to the downside on that 2 standard deviation regression band, and giving us a sell signal in the short term that's just come about today, but it's hogging that line there at the moment, and it has been trading within the 2 standard deviation bands, but in the real short term at the moment it looks a bit more bearish. Possible price support ahead, where we might see a bit of friction, a bit of resistance to the price before it decides on where it's moving next. The Renko chart uses a $6 block size, and at the moment the signals were starting to go bullish with that 3 block up run you can see on the right hand side there, but since the open today the price has come back off, and when the first hour of the day locks in, we'll see those signals probably turn back negative. And we can also see on the price there the sell signal we got towards the start of December, breaking outside of the 2 pink line bar box setup, and we can also see the price trading under the longer term moving average. And if the price continues on down, it's going to be those lows around 215, and then further downsides 141 and $102. An upside return is going to be using those key Fibonacci numbers around about 319, 320, then the late 300s, 380 to 400 zone, and then back to highs around 480 to 500. So based purely off the technical analysis, I'm going for a weak bearish overall score. The 4-line break showing us that trend reversal in the way of the bears, and we go to Heikin-Ashi and Renko. Heikin-Ashi may be a bit more neutral than the Renko in the shorter term, which feels a bit more bearish after that recent small run up in price. Things are turning south once more, and if we focus in on the targets, then upside 1.6 and 3.5 to 1, and downsides 1.5 and 2.2 to 1. So overall score for Moderna weak bearish. It's very clear to see in the charts how COVID-19 has buoyed the price of Moderna through 2020 and through most of 21, but as those fears of the virus rescinded, then the price came back to its longer term mean and has been falling in the short term and pressing on, looking more bearish as the days go on, which is quite interesting to see, as I thought there might be a bit more fear buying going on from investors and traders, but that hasn't materialized. Maybe there's other factors at play, but at the moment it's looking weak bullish, and if it continues going in the direction it is, then it won't be long before it goes full on bullish. So let me know in those comments below what you think of Moderna. What is it doing, what it's doing? Do you have a point of view? Do you trade it? Where do you think it's going next? Let me know in those comments. And if you've liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button to receive future notification of content I'll be producing. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.